Tragedy is not uncommon in a world as beautiful yet dangerous as ours. Disasters of some caliber strike every single day, and while some go unnoticed, others have detrimental and impactful results. When events such as these have the ability to impact an entire nation, articles on Vox, newscasts on CNN, and even books explain and recap them. And now these events are not only a part of the histories of those involved, but my history, your history, and every person that lived to hear such a tragic event. One tragic event that affected this country as a whole and citizens individually was the Parkland school shooting. The Florida Parkland shooting struck fear and devastation among the country, resulting in demands for change to prevent another event like this happening in the future. One reason behind the shooting's impact is because it was one of the deadliest shootings. Sanchez on CNN reported, before the last bell of the day could ring, Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School would be the scene of one of the deadliest mass shootings in modern U.S. history. As unfortunate as it is, there are many more school shootings than this one. And while those school shootings may have got some attention, this shooting was heard about throughout the whole nation. The fact that it was one of the deadliest shootings in modern history is why it was able to impact citizens across the country. 17 people were dead, reported Sanchez. With so many people dead, the news spread everywhere. This was a number that left people devastated and fearful. People are naturally drawn to tragedy because it strikes emotion, and with this being such a big tragedy, people were reacting across the country. The emotional reactions then shifted into something else. With emotion comes desire to take action and work for change. An article in Vox by Lopez stated, in February, the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, led to a new movement, the March for Our Lives. This movement advocated for stricter gun laws. Schools across the country partook in this movement, including my very own high school. The fear-induced in students caused them to be fed up with feeling unsafe in their own schools. This movement reached across the country and gave students a chance to stand up for themselves. Vox also reported that 26 states, plus Washington, D.C., had made 67 new laws on gun control. This can be attributed mainly to the Parkland school shooting and the movement that followed it. Despite this happening in Florida, 25 other states and D.C. changed parts of their government, of their laws that rule over all of those citizens. This is enough to show that it impacted the nation government and political-wise, along with emotionally. Even I, a student in Iowa, several states away from Florida, adapted to a change due to the movement and fear. My school, Mason City High School, implemented several changes to prevent a shooting at our own school and to prepare us just in case if it became a reality. In 2018, my school started running shooting drills. All of the students, including me, were so confused as they shifted us from one building to another and finally outside. This was something we had never done before and something we never thought we would have to do before. Previously, students with off-campus privileges could walk in and out of the building as they please. Then, all doors became locked throughout the day except for a single pair of doors coming through the front. If a high school like mine in a small town in Iowa could be impacted by an event across the country, many more schools and lives were affected as well. This shooting did not just affect the Parkland community, but rather the country as a whole. It invoked fear and demand for change in students, teachers, parents, and those who read, heard, or watched the event unfold not too long ago. Most likely, you were alive to see this. You were alive to feel the fear, the worry, the confusion, and sorrow. This is now a part of your lifetime, of your history. This, though maybe not directly, affects you. It's important to realize that when disasters strike, the impact can go beyond the site of the disaster. The impact can reach out across a country. They can go beyond those just involved, beyond just you, and beyond just me. They can affect a whole entire nation.